Hello, good morning Facebook. How you guys doing today? As you can see, I'm driving to one of our investment properties. That property is in Holiday. So I know I'm gonna spend probably an hour and a half in the car. So I was like, this is perfect timing to talk about a topic that I want to talk about. It's like venting. Okay. Yeah, I have the logo Puerto Rico, supporting what's going on in Puerto Rico while I'm doing this video. I'm sure you guys heard what's happening to the island, but moving on to the topic I want to talk, it's gonna be profitable for you and it's not gonna be a waste of time. That's what we're gonna be talking about today. And guys, the first thing I want to say to you guys is, if you're doing an open house is just like any other event that you do. Alright, we're back. When you do an event at your house, when you do something of importance to you, either it's a Sweet 16 or somebody's birthday or big anniversary, you take your time, right, to do it because you want it to come out good. You want the best results. You want a lot of people to go, and you want people to have fun. The same thing could be said about doing the right open house. I'm so tired of people some agents just doing the exercise of doing an open house and not really putting their effort and time into it. And to me, if you don't do it the right way, it's just a big waste of time. Don't do it just to show off. Just to tell your seller that you're doing it. Don't do it just because. Make sure that you take the time to make it a really good event. And this is some of the steps that you need to do to make sure you're doing a profitable open house. The number one thing is give yourself enough time to market this event. So typically you wouldn't do a birthday party or Sweet 16 or a wedding within a week notice, right? You will give yourself a couple of months to plan the open house or to plan the event. So the same thing when you do open houses. Give yourself some time, minimum 2 weeks. Even if you could give yourself a month, even better. But to summarize, the first thing you need to do is give yourself enough time to prepare well and invite all the people you need to invite. Number 2 is make sure you walk the neighborhood. And this to me is one of the most important things. If you have an open house, let's say next weekend, you're giving yourself a month to market the open house. Now it's time to walk the neighborhood. 3 days, 4 days before the open house, make sure you go to all the neighbors and you invite them to the event. Knock on at least 20 doors. Minimum, the house in front of you, the house next to you, to the left, to the right. Make sure you create that awareness right away. Hello, Liz. Thanks for joining us. It's like anything. You have to put the time. You got to put the effort. And to me, visiting some of the neighbors, letting know that there's going to be an open house, that you're going to have wine, you're going to have cheese, is very important. Because you don't know those neighbors, if they have a family member, they have somebody that might be interested in this property. So that's very important when you're doing an open house. To summarize what I've just said so far, Number one, giving yourself enough time to make this a memorable event, a good event. Give yourself 30 days, 2 weeks. Invite as many people as you can. Number two, make sure you talk to your neighbors. The neighbors run the open house. Minimum 20 of them. Print out a flyer. Tell them that you would love to have their feedback, that you like their property, you like the way that their property looks, and you would love for them to give you feedback on this property. That's very important. Number three, when you do an open house, make sure the property is in the MLS, if you have a realtor helping you, obviously. Make sure that in the MLS shows as upcoming open house. There's different websites out there that you could also promote your open house. But make sure the marketing is there. Boost your posts in Facebook, whatever you need to do to create awareness on your post. All right? Then the last but not least, make sure that the property is clean, that the property is in the best shape possible for this open house, that ideally is staged, and that you're ready to go with the perfect product. Okay, so to summarize things, give yourself time, guys. Don't schedule an open house on a Friday to a Saturday. You know, don't on a Friday, don't say, okay, I'm gonna do an open house tomorrow. Doesn't work. Biggest mistakes agents do. Number two, make sure you walk the neighborhood. Invite the neighbors. To me, that's the best strategy. Let the neighbors know. Tell them that you appreciate their feedback, that you want them to be, that you like the way that their property looks, and you want to know if you want feedback on your open house and your property. You can say they have great taste on paint or whatever the case might be. You want their feedback. It's important to have them at the property to give you the feedback, that you appreciate their feedback as neighbors, well taking care of neighbors of their property, that you want that feedback. Okay. Number three, like I said, make sure that you're ready and that the property is ready. Very important, guys. So to summarize everything, treat your open house like a major event. Major event. If you don't do that, guys, you're gonna get burned. If you do an open house and one person shows up, you're not gonna be happy. You're probably gonna be more unlikely to do another one. But the stats don't lie. The stats don't lie. If you do, out of every 4 open houses you do, there's a 25% chance that you get a buyer on every open house you do. So out of every 4 open houses you do, you're gonna get a buyer. So one of my top agents said to me, Jorge, I don't worry about how many people go. In other words, I do the marketing, I do all these things, but I don't get discouraged if I do the first open house and nothing happens, because it's a numbers game. I understand I have to do 4 to get my first lead, and it's a numbers game. I say, okay, if I could do 4 a month times 12 a year, then that's gonna yield me at least 12 potential buyers a year. He surprised me when he said that, because he had the math already packed down. He's like, as long as you look at it that way, you always do good and you will continue pushing. And if you do that combined with really good social media marketing, you got everything you need. And if you keep it consistent, where you're constantly doing open houses, improving on your open houses, you're gonna get more and more buyers. If you work on your social media, you're gonna get more and more buyers. And all of this pretty much is free. You're gonna spend some time, obviously. Time is money as well. But I leave you with this in mind. treat your open house as a major important event. If not, don't do it. Thank you guys. This is Jorge with Greystone Investment Group, homesforincome.com, where you invest. We do the rest. I hope this helps. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.